You haven't even started your day yet, and you're already tired. Not because you're weak, not because you have a lot to do, but because every morning you start a destructive ritual. You pick up your phone, you open a window to someone else's world, and you let everything external rush into your head. I did this for years, until I got rid of everything unnecessary, and only then did I understand. Energy is not coffee, but what you let in first. I am an ordinary person, and probably like you, I didn't understand for a long time where fatigue comes from, especially the kind that hits you before the day has even begun. Do you know that feeling? You wake up, and it seems like you slept. It seems like you ate normally. It seems like there are no special things to do. But inside there is heaviness, as if someone has been pressing on your chest since the morning, as if you are already in the 25th hour of some marathon, and not just got out of bed. For a long time I thought that it was all about work, overwork, information noise, lack of sleep, but I tried to change everything, and nothing worked, until one morning I realized one simple thing. It is not the day that makes you tired. You do it yourself. Right in the morning, right after waking up, you start this mechanism, and it methodically, every minute, sucks the strength out of you before you even have time to notice. Morning, 7:41. I open my eyes. My fingers reach for the phone before I even realize who I am and where I am. The screen is bright as a spotlight. 7 notifications, 2 messages. Someone responded in the work chat. Someone has a new post. Someone has already run 5 kilometers. And someone is writing about the economy, which will collapse next month. I haven't brushed my teeth yet, and in my head I'm falling behind. I need more. I can't handle it. Everything is bad. This is not mourning. This is shelling. With words, other people's expectations, problems, news, other people's lives. I haven't even started living my day, and I'm already living other people's. I began to notice that even on weekends I wake up with anxiety. As if there is someone inside who says in the morning, you won't have time for anything. You will fail again. You are not enough. And at some point I asked myself, what if I myself start all this? What if fatigue is not a consequence, but a result of the morning choice? Not dramatic, not global, but small. To look at the phone, skip breakfast, not to say a word to myself, to remain silent with my loved one, to immediately think about problems. The next day I decided to do it differently. Just one day without all the unnecessary in the morning. I left the phone outside the door. The alarm clock is an old analog one with a button, without a screen. No news, social networks, messages. No escape into someone else's reality. No weather, exchange rates, motivational videos. Nothing. And then I noticed something strange. The room became quiet. I don't mean physical silence. I mean internal silence. As if I turned off some fan in my head that always made background noise. I went out to the kitchen, poured water, slowly. No rush. No YouTube in the background. No conversations in my head. It was the quietest morning in many years. And for the first time, it was mine. I started adding new actions to this morning. Not for productivity, not for the benefit, but for myself. First, breathing. Simple, slow, conscious. A few deep breaths, standing by the window. Not meditation, just silence and air. Second, movement. 5 to 10 minutes. Light stretching without a goal and without plans. Just let the body wake up. Third, a question. Every morning I asked myself, why did you wake up? Not as an accusation, but as a reminder that I am not an accident, that my day is not just a stream of things to do, but my choice. The fourth is a letter, couple of lines on paper, not a diary, not a report. Just pour out everything that has accumulated. Sometimes I wrote, I don't want to live. Sometimes, I feel peace. And every morning was different, but honest. After a week, I noticed that I stopped grabbing the phone. My brain began to wake up softly. There was no longer an endless whisper in my head. Do it! Answer. Hurry up. I felt energy appearing in me, not as a charge of vivacity, but as a quiet force, as if I had returned to myself again. There was one day when I broke down. I woke up later than usual, immediately grabbed the phone, checked my mail, news, went to have breakfast with YouTube in the background. And suddenly I felt it again. My head was squeezed. The world became loud. Thoughts were torn. The energy was gone. At that moment I realized, the unnecessary is not just annoying. It is something that takes away your day, imperceptibly, softly, but to the last drop. From that day on, I never wanted to go back. I did not become a monk. I did not give up technology, but I clearly divided. The morning is my time, my territory, my ritual. Now my morning looks simple. I wake up in silence. A few breaths, water, light, body, letter, one question. Sometimes I just stand by the window. Sometimes I sit in the dark. And that's enough. Sometimes people tell me, I don't have time for such morning rituals. And I always answer, then you pay with your fatigue for saving 15 minutes. We think that fatigue comes during the day, but in fact, it begins from the moment you allow someone to invade your silence. Every morning is a door. You can enter the day with yourself, or you can enter it with someone else's thoughts, someone else's fears, someone else's voices. I chose myself. Maybe you will try the same. Not everything at once. Just tomorrow morning, don't pick up your phone. Sit down, breathe, look out the window. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? What do I want from this day? Perhaps you too will feel the fatigue go away, because there is no more noise, because there is no longer anything alien, because you have returned to yourself. Fatigue is not about the body. It is about being overloaded with meaning, noise, responsibilities that you did not even choose. We lose energy not in struggle, but in disorder, especially in the morning. Clean up the unnecessary. Reclaim the morning. Make it quiet. Make it yours. Because it is in the morning that you either betray yourself or become yourself again. Tomorrow morning you will have a choice. Turn on autopilot to your tired self, or take a step towards a new version of yourself, strong, clear, real. The choice always begins with one simple morning, and this morning can be tomorrow.